Alright, so I have improved against Soul Rift. Let's see the fruits of my labor. So for people having trouble against Soul Rift decks, this might be a good video. So look at the deck, we have a meteor and a missile. Those are our only two spells. Um, Moxie, the purple dude. We have a Moxie to deal with it too. Alright, let's watch. So I do have the better MMR here. Oh yeah. I think I'm what? Rank 16, 17 here. So he spawns a Soul Rift right away. I need a tank. I don't have a tank. So I tank with the building! Alright. Not sure if optimal, but there weren't many options. This gargoyle... I did mess up. The Moxie was too far up, so we took some damage. But it's okay. We still get off... Oh yeah, we didn't get off much. That was kind of ballsy. I could have waited and played it safe, but I wanted to go aggressive, hoping he didn't have Retribution. Um, but he did. If it was a missile, they would have gotten a few shots off, but still. I only wanted to trade, and then... But if I had put it back here, he could have, like, had enough mana to counter push. Anyways, we know what he has now. That's a nice missile, but then he's like, well, now I can just Zaku. It's because I could have Tempest, but it would have died, and I would have lost some ammo. So the missile was a great choice there, and I had to aim it with the Bloodlust. I thought he had a Bloodlust totem here, but no, it's just Abaddon dying. I am red, by the way. So this needs to die, but the Zaku needs to die also. So we go for the Zaku first. That's good he didn't... That's good he didn't protect it with any aggro closer. I don't know why I put that there. That seems a bit silly. I think this was way too early. Now I just put a Soul Rift. I kill the first minions. I'm just spamming spells on this minions. I'm counting. It's every 10 seconds they spawn. I don't have a meteor, so... Okay, I guess I wasn't counting. This is bad. Can this tank... So if this is right in the middle of the road, the splash from these fire elementals will hit the tower, but it's one square to the side, and that diagonal doesn't let it hit the tower. Now here I placed the rats too far back, but he doesn't punish properly, so one of the rats lives. I should have placed them right up to the tower, but this was close enough. I mean, he can still sneak the Retribution right past the tower. Get a Tempest to clear these out. I don't know why I had the Powder Keg, probably just to tank damage. And Amon's there, so I need the Moxie right out now. Moxie. Oh, the Moxie did get the AoE Bloodlust. Okay, good. I thought it didn't for a sec, but his feet was touching. And this is the problem. So, oh no, we were just waiting for mana gen. Okay, so we have a superior push. He's gonna Retribution that. That was a bit late, the missile. I wanted the missile right away to kill the elementals, so not a good missile, but Moxie kills the animal elemental out of the way. One of them got through, so it was a late missile. Okay, this needs to die. We do have the Moxie. See, Moxie is just really good. Moxie's like so much better than Carter because he doesn't die in one shot to Rocket Barrage and Meteor. Now it's overtime. His Jinsei has been giving a lot of value, but now that it's Abaddon in the front, everybody's just going to get Bloodlust. I have my mana, and now I'm going to push in full force. So that was me dealing with Soul Rift, just the Meteor and the Meteor, the Moxie, and the Missile were enough to shut it down, and I was just spamming them. And then to counter the Zaku, I had Powder Keg, because Powder Keg really counters Abominations when it dies, and then Zaku just walks into it. The trick is to let Zaku walk into the Powder Keg when it dies, and not waste a missile or anything. See, because when you do use the Powder Keg, to get the value, the Zaku has to walk into it. So you just put the Powder Keg, let the enemy push up, and then you summon. And you can summon back like behind a tower, and then by the time your summon walks forward, because this is if you're 20 mana, you won't have to overflow with mana because your dudes can just walk up to give you time for the Zaku to suicide on your Powder Keg's death powder. Fire Souls have 120 health. So will a Tempest one-shot it? I don't think so. 90 DPS. Yeah, Tempest won't one-shot these Fire Souls. It can hit attack twice. It can maybe kill the second one, but like the first and third might get the hit the Tempest. Or maybe, yeah, I think Tempest gets hit at least once or twice by the Fire Souls, but Moxie will definitely one-shot it. So Moxie, when he had all of these imp hordes, I had Moxie ready almost every time. So I was saving the Moxie for the imp hordes because he was really my only anti-air. I had to use a missile on the Zaku or the Soul Rift, and the Moxie. I mean, I don't have to use missile on Soul Rift. I can just spam a cat powder keg and they suicide on powder keg. But missile damages it, so I think it gives some value. Um, it lets me like not invest too much mana in units because he can just missile if I have all my units in the same place. He clumps them with Jinsei and then missiles. Uh, so yeah, this was a nice way to deal with this guy's Soul Rift. And if you look at Soul Rift, every 10 seconds, Fire Souls and Winter Souls. Now the Winter Souls, they freeze for like a second or two, a second and a half. No, only 1 second. Not even. So Winter Souls, you have to plan 10 seconds in advance. I've never seen anyone use Winter Souls, but if they did, it would probably be against like a siege to just like protect a tower for a few more seconds. They don't do much damage, do they? Very little damage. So most people use Fire Souls, but I think Winter Souls has a place. It's just you have to wait for 10 seconds before you get it. So yeah. And what's this? Shadow. I've never seen a Shadow Walker. Anyways, um, yeah.